YouTube is censoring videos claiming election fraud. This is breaking news. On December 9th, 2020, YouTube announced on their official blog, blog.youtube, if you want to verify it, that they will start removing any content uploaded today, December 9th or later, that alleges that widespread election fraud errors have changed the outcome of the presidential elections. Now, this is incredible. You got to share this. They further promise to remove any videos that quote, these, anytime I say quote, these are word for word right off YouTube, and I'm going to put it on your screen in a bit here. Quote, a presidential candidate won the election due to widespread software glitches or counting errors, unquote. Now, mind you, we all saw with our own eyes in Pennsylvania when they're boarding up or blocking up the windows there, but as in the Wizard of Oz, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I am the wizard, the great Oz and terrible, give me a break. Big tech. They are the new Wizard of Oz, I guess. They even further promised, YouTube that is, quote, we will remove videos claiming that a presidential candidate won the election due to widespread software glitches or counting errors, unquote. Now, they are leaving no stone unturned here. And finally, they promised, let me look here. They promised, quote, we will begin enforcing this policy today, December 9th, mark it down, the day freedom died in the United States, if they get away with this, and will ramp up in the weeks to come, unquote. Oh yeah, they just love it. Ramping up, scaling, big tech. Mind you, this is not Hitler's Germany, and this is not the Soviet Union's Pravda. It's even worse, far worse. At least the USSR made an attempt to make it look realistic, make it look like their strong-arm tactics were reasonable. But YouTube doesn't give a rip. They don't give a flip. They are blatantly promising to remove material by dissenters. Anyone who dissents with the liberal agenda, gone. And they're saying, let me see. Yeah, they're going to remove material by anyone, including the President of the United States, if they dare to question the tech titans. How appalling, how very appalling. Please share this. When mainstream media, like radio and television, went arch-liberal, at least we conservatives had the internet. And we posted YouTube and Facebook as alternative media. But now, we don't have that, and Fox News is joining the fray and becoming more liberal. And YouTube and Facebook are cutting off conservatives. So where else do we have to go? There are a small number of conservative media outlets today, but what guarantees that they will continue to exist if the same parameters are put on them that the deep state, the deep Marxist state mentally wants to do? They want to silence those outlets as well. And it's incremental. How do you boil a frog? 1 degree at a time. So we have a problem, a very serious problem. Here's the exact phrase YouTube used at the end of the new restrictions to make exceptions for 4 categories, like in an attempt to avoid a Supreme Court reversal, I suppose, of their actions. They at least soften it a little bit by saying, quote, news coverage and commentary on these issues can remain on our site if there's sufficient education, number 1, documentary, number 2, scientific, number 3, or artistic content, number 4. So here's my shot at complying with YouTube's requirements for, let me see, the first category of education. Okay, here we go. Education. Read Hitler's Mein Kampf to see how much more radical YouTube's restrictions are than those of Adolf Hitler. Okay, we covered education. They can't take us down now. We did education. Okay, number 2, category number 2, documentary. This very video is a documentary and its commentary, both of which YouTube portends to protect. Category number 3, scientific content. You'll like this one. Quote, It's a scientific fact that is no voter fraud now or ever shall be with regard to voting machines. With regard, I gotta write down this transcript, to any voting machines on this planet or any other planet. Now that's science, albeit junk science, but it's science and it complies. Read between the lines. Artistic content, finally. I better get this one right. Let me think. A poem. That's artistic, right? Okay, a poem. Conservatives are red, liberals are blue. YouTube is complicit in this historic coup. I'm Jerry McLaughlin with Special Opinions, otherwise known as Special Ops. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.